All right. So I'm just going to be as raw as possible. That's my goal for this video. It's basically, in case you couldn't tell by the caption or the title, right? Anxiety, men's mental health, right? And I feel like I've talked about this in the past on my podcast and whatnot, but I don't think I've really gone into a lot of depth. The reason why I'm sharing this real quick is I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, okay? I'm not saying that as like, take my advice and do this. All I'm saying is, here's my story. If you're going through stuff, brother, I'm with you. Like, I'm with you, dude. I know how hard it can be, especially when on paper, life seems great. Like, on paper, my life is fucking phenomenal. But if this isn't okay, dude, you cannot experience life. You can't help anyone else. You can't fully experience and take part and enjoy the great fruits of life with others if your mental health is fucked. So that's why I'm making this video, okay? So here's basically the preface of this, okay? I've had anxiety for now, 18 when I got it. 25? Damn. 7 years, I'm an old guy. 7 years I've had anxiety, on and off, okay? My anxiety, it's not about me. This video is going to be a larger message, but quick backstory. My anxiety started when I was partying a bunch, which is normal. That happens when you're a dumbass. I wasn't sleeping a lot, but I got it in high school, at the end of high school. I got it in junior college. I got it in college. I got it during COVID. And I just got it again so bad 2 days ago. I said, I need to make a fucking video because I think it's important to share, like my struggle, right? You're not alone is kind of the point of this video. And so for you that know me, this video is going to be raw as fuck. So take it how you want, but I'm just going to spill, okay? Spill the beans. For people that know me, some of you know this, some of you don't. I've actually been on anxiety medication for the last 2.5, 3 years, okay? I got on it because 1 year into COVID, my anxiety was so bad that I couldn't sit in a classroom. I couldn't get my hair cut. I couldn't go through a fucking drive-through car wash without feeling like, holy shit, I need to get out of here, okay? At the time, also, take into context, I was drinking a bunch. I was partying my ass off. I wasn't sleeping. My identity, my character as a man towards women was not great. Honestly, it was pretty shitty. Right? I was playing a facade. So that also adds to the anxiety, okay? Now, when I started doing it, and also I was super anti-medication. Disclaimer, I'm not telling you, by the way, to take it or not take it. I'm just telling you my story. But I was like, nah, I'm never taking medication. That shit's stupid. It's for the weak. Fuck that. Anyway, my anxiety got so bad during my second year of college. And I remember one time I had an anxiety attack. I just left the classroom. I just got up and walked out. I just left. I was so stressed out. I was like, fucking A, dude, my back's hot. I gotta leave, right? Well, I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I don't feel good. I feel like shit. I feel scared, right? And at that time, quick preface, a couple months prior, I had like blacked out so hard in Havasu, I almost got stuck in Havasu. A month later from that, for my buddy John's birthday, I literally thought I was gonna die. My friends were all there. I was throwing up, convulsing, dark red puke. I was just going nowhere fast in life, right? I was just on a downhill spiral, as some grown men do in college. Hopefully not as bad as me, but that was another reason for my anxiety. I just felt so lost. I had no purpose. Purpose ties directly in to the amount of anxiety you have. The more purpose you have, the less anxiety you have. If you don't give your brain problems to solve with purpose and structure and whatever work and aspect of life that is, if you don't do that, your brain is literally wired to go ahead and find problems to solve, even if they're not logical. Like, I'm sitting in this car. I don't want to be in this car. I need to get out of this car. There's a problem to solve, right? It creates problems and creates anxiety. That's why you need to go make your own sort of structure and hardship so that you don't have that anxiety. I'll get to that later. Back to the story. So I call my mom. I decide to get on. For those that know, I talk to a psychiatrist. They say, cool, we're gonna prescribe you something. At the time, I didn't know exactly what it was. It turns out it's Lexapro. It's called the Zalopram. It's the smallest amount you can start with. It's 10 milligrams, okay? I took that, take it every day, and I started to feel a little better. My anxiety went from a 10 to about a 7. When I got down to a 7, I was still drinking, but it's slowly. I used to be a fucking idiot. I used to drink like 5 days a week and party my ass off and literally be that douchey frat boy that you see fucking like movies about. And I didn't like who I was. So I started to clean up some areas. I was still drinking, but it was coming down a little bit. I was also a hothead, for those who know. I was pissed off all the time. That started to come down a little bit, not a lot. I still had a long way to go. So we're in our second year of college. Third year of college at Chico. I moved out of a place I lived, Legacy. Everyone lived there. You guys are like family, but that environment at that time for me was not good. was just drinking all the time. Everyone was getting fucked up. And when I moved into another house with my roommates, we got a little bit better. And things got better, and we were still drinking and partying, but it was less chaotic. Still was chaotic though. When I moved to San Diego, I got out of college, I got my degree, great, mom and dad are happy. I'm like, cool. Once I move away, this is the story I would tell myself. Once I move away from college, the anxiety will go away because I won't be in that environment, right? That's what I told myself. Well, I came to San Diego, I started getting serious, start actually dating women instead of just, being an idiot. And at the same time, my drinking went significantly down. It still is, which is awesome. I drink like maybe once a month. I did dry January, actually, that's a different story. But I was drinking a lot less. I was drinking like one day every other week, sometimes once a week. I was working out, I was focused on work, I was living in San Diego. Life was good. It's like, dude, I have nothing to complain about. Still feel a little anxious. Okay. Well, then what happened was I decided we fast forward, I'm starting to date my awesome, amazing, beautiful girlfriend, Sarah. Shout out, Sarah. And I decided about a month ago to go cold turkey on medication. Just said I'm going to wean off. Did about a half a pill a day for the beginning of the year. And then I weaned off and just on my own, another disclaimer, don't just cut yourself off of medication you've been taking for 2.5 or 3 years without talking to somebody about it, because you're not a fucking doctor. So took it off. Or got off it, and then anxiety started to get a little more higher, started to creep back up. It got higher and higher and higher. And actually, I should preface this too. Up until that time, let's say February, like my anxiety was at an all-time low. This is something that's really important. I was at like a 2. Like, I was happy. I was living my life. Like, life was good. I was about to move into this new place. It's way bigger. Girlfriend, got this beautiful girlfriend. My job, I'm doing great. Installs are coming in. Commission checks are coming in. Mom's healthy. Dad's healthy. Ashley's healthy. My sister. Everyone in my family's doing great. Financially, relationship. Like, on paper, this is why I go to this. On paper, I should be ecstatic. I live in San Diego. I work for a phenomenal company. Best company, in my opinion, in solar. I live across the street from the beach. I live with the roommate that literally is one of the best guys I could ask for to be a roommate in my life. He's a great, great friend, Caesar. And I still felt like, holy fuck, dude, like, why am I still feeling a little anxious, right? I was feeling better, but still there's a little bit of anxiousness. And I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I actually am feeling pretty good. Like, the anxiety's almost gone at this point. I've removed all of the like factors, like the massive drinking, partying, the character. Right now I'm faithful to one girl and structured with job. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to get off it. Don't do that without talking to somebody. I fucking did that dumb shit. This dumbass. A fucking month goes by, and 2 days ago, the reason why I'm making this video is the anxiety came back so hard. Fucking so hard, bro. Little Mike Tyson to the uppercut. Good night, GG's. This fucking anxiety was crippling so bad that my girlfriend slept over. I wake up in the morning, I take the dog on the walk. You think I'd be happy? You think I'd feel good? I'm literally sleeping next to my girlfriend in my house, comfortable in my own room, and I felt so much angst. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Well, I take the dog on the walk. I'm so emotional because now my emotions are, I just cold turkey medication, fucking Lexapro. My emotions are like a fucking roller coaster. I come back. I literally just say, you know what? I'm not feeling that great. She says, oh, babe. Boom. Icebreaker fucking Niagara Falls. Here comes the water flowing down this guy's face. I'm bawling my fucking eyes out. And I, like, uncontrollably. I've not cried like that in years. And she's hugging me. And I said, hey, babe, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm out of whack. I feel sad all the time. And I never felt depressed. Just to preface this, when I was on medication and prior, I always felt anxious. I didn't feel depressed. Depression is way more intense. And for those that have it, like, I'm there for you. It's a whole nother dragon. Because being anxious and having anxiety, right, you just feel on edge, right? You're worried about the future, at least the way I've felt it and the way I can describe it, is like you're nervous, but like you still enjoy life. Don't get me wrong, it battles with your mental health and depression because you do feel a little bit more bummed, but you're not sad. You're just like a little bit like a tweaker, like Nick Federico. Like you just feel a little bit more anxious about certain situations. When you're depressed, you're literally numb. Like you're like, I don't give a fuck about tomorrow, next week. I have nothing to look forward to, right? And so I actually was feeling depressed. I was like, man, I feel like sad. Like, why do I feel sad? I've never felt like this sad. So I started crying. And I had this great talk with her, and you know, I'm so grateful for my girlfriend Sarah. Words cannot describe that woman to me. And anyway, I had this realization that I'm like, look, dude, I got to talk to this about other people, because on paper, I feel really like in the eyes of society, and fuck what people think, by the way, you guys know how I feel about that. I don't care what people think about you, or you shouldn't care, right? I know it's hard, but I'm just saying, as far as like what a happy man should have, 25, or like healthy, fit, in a relationship, lives in San Diego, makes great money, family's all healthy, and I was in a horrible mental spot. And so what I wanted to say, and so I talked to her, I'm going back on the Lexapro. I'm not ashamed. I don't give a fuck. I know that I need that for now until I can figure out how to get off it permanently. Right? I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to start going to therapy again. I'm going to talk to somebody. And I feel better. I feel so much better like 3 days later than I did fucking whatever, 3 days ago, right? And I feel like, or 2 days ago, and it's literally that quick of a switch, right? I just got back on the medication for now, and I feel better. If you are on medication, just so you guys know, right? Don't feel ashamed, right? Mental health is so important. If you're not right up here, how the fuck can you take care of anyone else in your family? How the fuck can you help your mom, your dad, be there for your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, your dogs, your church, your charities, everything, right? If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else, right? And the very first level of that is mental health. And so I sit here and I was thinking about this, and I was like, you know what? I just wanted to speak from the heart, okay? I was on medication, then I got off. I felt like shit because I did it on my own terms, and I fucking got smacked in the face for that. It's okay if you're on medication. It's okay if you're not. You don't need medication to be okay, right? And if you are on medication, it's okay if you don't want to get off it. What I'm making this video for is for the guy out there that says, hey, dude, I feel not okay. Every day, I don't feel okay. Every fucking day of my fucking life, I feel anxiousness. Especially, not just only, but especially for the guy that on paper looks like he has it figured out. In reality, no one has it figured out. But what I mean by that is a guy on paper that looks like, man, he should be pretty happy. Like, life's pretty good in from what I'm hearing. Why is he not okay? That's the ones that have the most anxiety, in my opinion, at least for me, because then I'm like, I don't deserve to have anxiety. I feel like I'm supposed to be happy. Then you start having anxiety about why the fuck am I having anxiety? I shouldn't have any. My life's great. A couple pointers I want to give before I wrap this video up. There's a couple things that I do in my life that have helped me when I'm having anxiety, okay? Take it or leave it, I don't care. This is something that's helped me. When you have structure and when you have purpose, then you don't have anxiety. Because if I wake up in the morning, I know I need to go run, because if I go run for 3 miles, I'll feel better about myself. If I feel better about myself, then when I come home, I'm going to feel happier. If I feel happier, then I can go ahead and treat my dog just a little bit better. If I treat my dog better, that gives me momentum to go ahead and be nice when I get to the office. When I get to the office, if I'm nice with everyone that I'm with at the office, and I'm coming from a place of honesty and passion, well, now I can go take that energy onto the doors and help a customer. And after I help a customer, I can come home and feel fulfilled. If I have appointments all day, I don't have time to sit and think about being anxious. Now, with that being said, of course, there's still anxiety and there's other coping skills. But what I know is when my calendar's stacked and I do what I say I'm supposed to do, I feel better. Now, does that alone clear my anxiety? No, I still do the medication, right? I still have to talk to my girlfriend, my mom, whoever it is, my roommate, to get out that other angst. But by doing those things and by having purpose, understanding that if I'm having anxiety right now, it's actually a selfish act, okay? And I'm not hating on people that have anxiety. I have it, okay? So just chill out on the comments, G. But if you have anxiety, you're thinking about what's going to be wrong with you. Even if you're worried about someone else, you're worrying about them is because your thought process is telling you need to worry. Therefore, you're being selfish. If, for example, someone's talking to you about something and you're thinking about your anxiety, if you can, I know it's hard, focus on the conversation and say, how can I be as present as possible? How can I give as much value? If you give value to someone else, you're going to be so much more fulfilled because you're constantly engaging with their conversation, doing it for their benefit. That for one, it's going to reward you at the end of the conversation. The anxiety is going to be much lower and you're going to feel so much better. And so You obviously need to exercise. You need to sleep 8 hours, whatever your schedule is, you need to get sleep. If your sleep schedule's fucked up, that is another huge detriment or super detrimental to someone's health, is not having enough sleep. So you need to have sleep. You need to work out. If possible, eat healthy when you can. And by the way, working out doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. You can just go on a walk, but you need to do something every day that stimulates your physical health, right? Talk to people. And the biggest thing of all, I guess I would say, guys, is you just got to be vulnerable, right? You have to accept that you're not okay, and to know, I know it's so cliche, because trust me, I fucking hate cringe stuff, but I'm just telling you, it's okay to not be okay. And the rest of that sentence that I feel like never said that should be said is, it's okay to not be okay, because you're gonna be okay again. Like, things are gonna get better. You will feel better, but you have to let yourself know, I'm not okay. If you just tell yourself, I'm okay, I'm feeling good, but you really aren't, now you're fucking internalizing and compressing all that angst, and that's just gonna come out in a spot when you don't want it. When you're walking down the street, when you're in the middle of a deal, when you're supposed to be present, right? It's like, you honestly want to get better for yourself so you can help others. That's how I look at it. If I'm at my best, and I know when I am, like right now, I'm fucking stimulated. I'm a little stimmed out, motherfucker. When I am at my best is when I'm at my best, I can help more people. I can talk to more people. I can be more charismatic. I can smile more. I can be more engaged, and I can make a difference. And that makes me feel good. Having anxiety, I thank God every day for it, because I can now go and help other people and talk to other people that are going through similar things and let them know, dude, it's okay to not be okay. Especially someone like me who's always on social media posting and commenting, and everyone thinks this guy is just funny and life's good and life's easy. It's not, dude. No, life's not easy for anybody, right? Like, everyone's going through their own demons and struggles. I'm just making this video to let you know, dude, like, my brother, if you're going through some stuff, dude, it's okay. Like, I love you. I know it sounds, you don't know me. Yeah, okay. Well, if I don't know you, then just know someone around you loves you and cares about you. But I care about men's mental health, dude. Like, I'm trying to fucking get the boys dialed so that we can get everyone else dialed. Like, that's kind of the game plan here. And if you can just remember, like, to have gratitude and to be thankful for the things that you do have, and actively work on your anxiety, because my girlfriend made a great point. You got to constantly work on the anxiety. Like, you constantly have to find new strategies, new coping mechanisms. Why are you anxious? What's this coming from? For me personally, I feel like I've been stressed out with work a lot. Like a lot. We're doing this new kind of thing, and it's a great program, and I have phenomenal people about me I can't speak highly enough of. But I just feel really stressed out. And then you do that, and you go off medication at the same time without telling anybody or taking any sort of clinical advice. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. So this is what I want to wrap up with. Whatever you're going through in your life, brother, like Sketches, what's up, brother? Whatever you're going through in your life, on a serious note, like, just know that it's okay. And if you've been battling with it for years, like I have, like, fucking, dude, I'm talking literally 7 years. And some people have maybe their whole life. 7 years I felt like this. Like, you have to go ahead and talk to someone. You got to get help, right? Your help doesn't need to be medication. Your help maybe doesn't even need to be therapy. Your help doesn't need to be talking to your girlfriend, your mom. Whatever your help is, it doesn't need to be what I do, right? Everyone's different. I totally respect that. But whatever it is, dude, you got to go talk to somebody. Or maybe you don't need to talk to anybody. Maybe you need to go do different things, right? You have to switch up the friends group you're with or the environment you're in, which can be super toxic for anxiety, right? And from there, you can experiment and learn, like, oh, when I do this, when I don't go out 4 nights in a row, I feel better. Or, when I hang around this group of people, I feel kind of low self-esteem. Okay, that's another thing that, like, you know, check your radar. You got a radar every day. And with that being said, I would just say, dude, like, it's okay to be vulnerable. You don't have to go on social media and talk about it. That's kind of why I'm doing it, right? I know there's people out here that struggle with it. Even I have been such a pussy not to talk about this for such a long time that I feel like I'm like, you know what, dude, I need to speak about this. Because my anxiety 3 days ago was so fucking bad. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, actually, you guys know I keep it raw. Like, what the actual fuck? My fitness is great. My finances are great. I live in San Diego. I live in a nice townhome. I live across the street from the beach. I work for a great company. I have great friends. I have a phenomenal girlfriend. Everyone in my family is healthy. And that's another thing, knock on wood, you should be grateful for. Everyone in my family is in love. That's something that's pretty great. In my family, that's been a long time coming for all of them to be in love. and I'm feeling so much angst. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what you're feeling on paper. If you're not right here, dude, it's okay. Talk about it. Do what you can to get it fixed. But just know that, hey, everyone goes through shit. Life is fucking hard, even for the most successful people, right? And so you have the pain of discipline. You have the pain of regret, right? Pain of discipline is doing something you don't want to do every day. Once again, aligning with purpose and structure, if it's healthy for you, obviously, every day. Versus the pain of regret is like, well, I didn't go to the gym. I did sleep in. I did go out last night. Now you're stacking a bunch of bullshit on your calendar and you're going to feel worse about yourself, right? Final note. I'm not saying you don't go out, dude. I had a couple beers last night. I felt good. I had 2 beers. I felt great. Whatever your things are, you want to go and do them. But this is just my kind of like little rant on this and story. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't work for any clinical office. Right? I'm just Nick. And I know that my life, for a large part of it, has been a lot of anxiety, a lot of scared, like a scared feeling about the future when there was nothing to be scared about. And so anyway, with that being said, if you guys stayed to the end of the video, awesome. I appreciate it. If not, if you watch this for 2 minutes, great. I just appreciate you guys even, looking into this, So, all right, I'll finish with this. Thank you guys for from hearing me out and I guess letting me explain my little story. If you have anxiety, know that people care about you. They love you. If you have depression, people care about you and you love you. They love you. But ultimately, just know that life is going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And remember, it's a bad day to be a good day, baby. All right, take care.